What's going on? Mr. Dave here on the rock pile. We are done with this bad boy, and we have finished up all the painting and the bleeds and the antiquing, which is what the bleeds are basically. So we have got this bad boy done. Waterfall's going to start right there and come on down, bounce through this little area of rocks and go through that pinch point, then traverse laterally across this area as I jump across the grotto, the slide rather, towards the grotto, and then it'll come down there and then dump into the pool right there. So we have finished up our stuff. What's next is ledger stone going to go in these rock walls that are around. We did pretty good, you know. There's real rocks, those in the back, all mixed in with our artificial stuff here. So we have some nice antiquing things going on with the big drips and the green fog coat, along with some colors, some sort of an orange color, and some. We had a cream fog coat we threw in here too, so that's in the mix, in the midst of all this. All these are artificial right here, except for the one in the back with that irregularity on the top of it. And up here, this big giant one is definitely an irregularity. It is definitely the real rock, rather, with that little sprinkler that I sprayed with brown paint. So we are finishing this bad boy up. And this is the slide as it's going to shoot into the pool right there, which is going to be awesome. We can walk the slide right here and take a look at it. It initially started off a lot lower, but I realized that that would be a bad ride. You'd have too much speed from the top here coming down, and then you'd end up shooting up the sidewall too much. Nah, it's not good. So this is the starting point of the slide right here. And you come down. Since I raised it up, the speed won't be too much to navigate that turn. That'll be no big deal. That'll be a lot of fun, actually. Down below, we poured these fake rock slabs, just slabs of concrete that we cut and troweled and separated with some nice big cracks so that the stones can settle if need be. So that comes around our little slide here. There's stairs going around and then down to that area. Then you have these things that we put together. Again, I use real rocks in the corners to establish elevation, and then that was something I just had the guy with the shotcrete pump turn the air off and just pump them, and then I sculpted them out and made some stones out of them. You can kind of see a little bit of the different edges that are a little sharper. That is the real rocks that we used. Right over here, these two are real and that's artificial. That's our new water feature that we brought up. The old one was down low. There's a valve in there, if you can see it, sort of camouflaged with the paint. That's got the starting point for the waterfall, and that whole thing has been shotcreted and texturized and made really cool. So you have these huge big specimen stones. They're just awesome. You have this nice area up here to be able to hang out and watch kids go around you when your people go around you when they're riding the slide. And all this is underneath this oak that is just to die for. It's humongous, monstrous oak with a huge canopy. It's been trimmed, but it's still something else spectacular. So that's our great sage oak tree overseeing the whole area here. So you're riding down the slide, you come to this corner, you just lean a little to the left, and then the rest is ride. These things right here are going to grow up, and if he lets them, create a tunnel. So this whole thing could just be a total tunnel, which would be just killer. And then here's our, again, all faux rock work. Made a pinch point here for the waterfall to slow the water down, and then come through, and then it's going to split, as you can see here. Some will go onto the slide trough, Some will just pitch out into the pool. Over here is the grotto portion of it. We've got our side on, I guess you're looking at it from the right side as you're going in, this little porthole. We've just painted it, and so we've got our dark paints. And we're just gonna let those go off and cure and then be dark and be sort of little shadow areas with some organic growth, which is what's going on all around this area anyway. Got our drain pipe in there, elbow to slow down the velocity of it. And on the back, we have our valve, and this allows us to turn down the amount of water flow going to this water feature. It just simply directs it into the swimming pool. Got a nice dark crack here, so we accentuated that with our paint and added that, you know, to the look. There's a real rock, that's artificial, so you can see we're pretty close, looking pretty good. If you look across the slide, you can see all of our work up there, and it's blending in pretty nicely to all the rocks over there that are all natural too. Over here we've got our side with the big window going into the grotto space. I like to make them have steps so at least the bigger kids can sort of boulder on up, step there, step here. And then I also have a handhold that I made. It's nice to be able to think about ways of how people are going to use the feature and interact with it. So that's the window. The shadows are kind of weird, so I don't know how much you can see here, but you can sort of see the coloration we have here. Got some of the cream or oranges, I should say, orangish, and I got big spits. Also had the bleeds that I let run down the surface, and that accentuates the look of the rock. See, this is all artificial. This is all artificial, but boy, it looks like the real McCoy. Definitely looks like the real McCoy. So we're now standing in the pool in front of the grotto, and this is the opening. That's the weir spillway. It's going to come right down over and down into that. Got over here, we got our bleeds or runs. You could call them runs, I guess. There you can see a little bit. Hard to see with the contrasty light, but put some more dark in the crack right there to accentuate that and make it look deeper. Added some color here to this stone. I tried to make that one different. You can't tell my shadow of my head in there. Inside here, we are in the grotto, and we've got lots of different lights, cracks, and lots of different things going on, lights and color with color, light and dark. Some bleeds, some accentuations of the walls to try and make it look like it's been oozing out minerals for, you know, eons and eons. And so pretty cool stuff. Pretty easy, really, too. This is not a hard thing to do to get these lateral cuts in here. And then you just figure where would the moisture be dribbling out and oozing down the walls. So it's also okay to, you know, add more color when you're inside a grotto, because you're in a darker area, so you can really accentuate and make stronger, more vivid colorations and differences. So that's a good thing to do. It's also good for the people in here to have it a little brighter, you know, that makes things a little more cool. So there you go, we're on the inside of the grotto, man. So now we'll take a walk out. Here's our satellites at that demarcation point between the elevation change, the slide. Again, that's the waterfall. It's going to pitch out there. Some will go in there. You've got our satellite there where the spa meets the pool, raised bond. And then you've got these three stones at that elevation change also down at the bottom. And so you can see they fit in pretty good with the rocks in the background there. That looks like it could kind of be here. And you had that great contrasty different colors. You got the lichen rocks over there, and then you got some things that are just pure black. So I took that middle one and made that one a black rock. And so I'm really pleased. I can't wait to see it all flushed out with all the ledger stone and all these things done. The coping all finished out, and the the ledger stone, the tile. I mean, this thing's gonna be badass, as they say on some of those TV shows. So anyways, yeah, thing is done. Now all we're waiting on is the guys from the pool company to do their stuff and get everything all dialed in, and we will be there. So thank you for watching my stuff, man. Hope you're having a great day wherever you be, and wish you all the best. If you want to learn how we do this stuff, you just go to www.davehenderson.podia.com, Podia, and got some free PDF downloads that you can grab there. And also my book, Making Rocks. I'm working on the audio version of that. Almost done with it, and by this, hopefully by the time you're looking at this, it is done. And you can grab a copy of that and listen to it while you're going for a bike ride or something, or a walk. And love your feedback too on all this stuff that I'm trying to put together for you guys out there. So if you want to learn how to do it, you can do this. So remember to be thankful, to be forgiving. Those are the two key elements to a quality life, quality lived life. Get good at that, and you're going to be a blessing and not a curse to people that you come in contact with, starting with the family. Even if they're knuckleheads, you know, it's good to get really good at forgiving and being grateful, because we really are a blessed people. So Mr. Dave here on the Rock Pile. Hey, if you want to see my blogs, go to daverhenderson.com, daverhenderson.com, and I got my blogs there and links to my other platforms and stuff. So anyways, hope you're having a great day. This is the Poway job. This is the finished video, but we don't have the water in the pool yet, so we're waiting for the pool company. So we'll be getting that. We'll catch up and get a video of that when everything's running and see how it looks then. That will be cool. All right, we still got to put epoxy on the slide, by the way. That's why it looks gray and doesn't look like a rock. The epoxy and urethane goes on best a clear unpainted surface. So there you go. That's why that's happening. So anyways, hope you're having a great day. Be kind to one another. Tell someone you love them, and we will see you soon. All right. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye.